Choosing the business path of making money with your art, it's a personal choice. But I want you to know that there's not a limited supply. In fact, it's almost unlimited. The only limit is really in your mindset. Here are 5 top reasons that artists struggle to make money with their artwork, no matter how great of an artist they actually are. Number 1, and the big one, is some artists refuse to think like a business. And oftentimes that's because those topics can be pretty boring and not the creative part. But if you fail to understand even the basics of business and marketing, you're going to fail before you even begin. For example, here's a big one that artists never really think about. Taxes. You know, here in the United States, Uncle Sam is going to come wanting at least 25% or more of everything that you're selling online. When an artist makes money, they want their cut. And I knew one artist online in particular who was like, screw all that. He'd just sell online and think every dollar back was free and clear. I don't think he ever really claimed that income, but he was taking payments out from PayPal and Etsy and a whole bunch of other things. And one day out of the blue, surprise audit. And it turned out that he owed over $10,000 in back taxes that he's still paying for monthly to this day. He told me he wished he would have learned about this sooner, but there was just no one to even tell him how this worked. So regarding taxes, here's a little trick to make the business side of that creative and fun, and a little formula for you, if you will. And of course, I have to say this, you should consult with a financial expert. You can do your own research. I'm a cartoonist, not a pro finance guy. I'm just telling you how I make my business interesting and think about these things creatively so they're not just so boring and thinking that I'm giving money away to the government constantly. So let's say you sold something or you made about $500 from some commissions online in 1 month. Right off the top, you're going to take 25% of that and set it aside. That's about $125 you'd set aside for good old Uncle Sam. For now. He may not get it all. I'll explain in 1 second. So now you have $375 left. You're going to cut this money in half. About $187.50 is for yourself, and the other $187.50 you're going to invest back into the business. For example, maybe you take that and you put it into a boosted ad to promote your art sales for like $5 a day for 31 days. That's going to cost you like about $155 on Instagram or something like that. But here's the creative twist. You're going to be able to write off everything that you spend on marketing for your taxes. And if done correctly, it's actually going to bring you more sales, so that each month you have the potential to advertise and scale up your marketing efforts. Remember that 25% that you set aside for good old Uncle Sam? He may not even see the entire 25% after all of your marketing write-offs and your other business write-offs. The really clever trick is, when you set that 25% aside, save it in an app like Stash or Robinhood. It's the micro investing of stocks, and you're going to earn more money in return than you would on a standard bank account. Like my return on Apple stocks alone last year was about 34%. Now I don't invest a lot, just a few bucks here and there, but micro investing actually brings you a little bit more back than you would a standard checking account. If you're creative with your money like this, then the taxes can kind of pay for themselves. And that can feel really fun in a weird way. Of course, this only matters if you're having any sales at all. What if you're struggling to make any money with your artwork? That leads us to the second big reason you're struggling to make money. You don't have a serious game plan. You need to do some research on whatever it is you're doing, whether you're selling prints or what market that you're actually in, or it's just going to end up being a glorified hobby. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I'd like to see you finding a niche or something that you could last a little longer term in, and something that you'll enjoy. When I say set a game plan, go check my other video on the channel here. It's all about how I do the planning for the Draw or Die brand. And I use a simple OKR sheet, that's objectives and key results, and I check in on those weekly just to kind of see where I'm at. I'm setting those goals for myself to remind myself that I need to do certain things, like a call to action to buy merch or sign up for the Daily Drawing Club every other week at least. That's what I'm trying to do within my own plan. Because it's easier than ever just to kind of slap up an online store or free service, but just slapping up your art online and praying someone will find it is just not a plan. That's chaos. Which leads us to the third reasons that artists struggle to make money with their art. They don't talk about it. They don't tell anyone that anything is ever for sale at all. And I get it. You don't want to bother people. You don't want to seem spammy. Oof, guys, marketing can kind of seem like a dirty word to artists. But here's the twist on that. Replace marketing with the word storytelling. That's all marketing is storytelling. Are you a good storyteller? Because you can't have it both ways. Don't on one side say that you want to make money with your artwork, And then on the other side, say that you're never going to sell yourself or that you hate marketing. Do you hate storytelling? Again, you kind of have to twist that and apply your creativity to telling the story about yourself. It doesn't have to feel spammy or egotistical. People who are going to buy from you are generally interested in you and the thinking and process behind whatever it is that you're doing. They want to hear your story. And hopefully they're not just other artists. Hopefully they're collectors and lovers of the neat things that you are making. So tell them that story of why you're doing it, how you're doing it. Put that kind of content out there. That is content marketing. And you don't have to show your face, but you do have to show your art, and you have to put a meaning behind whatever it is that you're doing. Watch. Here's a quick example. This is a really great time in this video to tell you that if you're enjoying the vibe of this channel or this video, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and that you hit the like button. It helps YouTube send it to more artists just like you. And honestly, I'm not building this channel or brand for money. Money serves a purpose for sure, but it helps me pay some bills, buy some of the sweet merch that we sell to artists to help motivate artists. I have some floating right underneath this video if you'd like to check the link in the description. And that's what my brand is all about. I dedicate this to all the artists who deserve better out there. Jack, Wally, Vincent, and all the artists who struggled and ultimately gave up and put their pencils down forever. Ian, Jason, Angela, Anna, Bad Ankle Bill. I won't forget those people. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but that's why I'm here. This is why I'm here. This is my story and my purpose. And I'm here to reach the right people. And YouTube helps me do that in ways that I'd never be able to do before. That's marketing. That's storytelling. Okay, back to why artists struggle to make money with their artwork. Number 4 is you're afraid to fail. Listen, you learn nothing from success. You learn everything from failure. If you try something and it tanks, don't just walk away and quit. Ask yourself honestly, why didn't this work? What was missing? Did you have a true game plan? Did you dedicate the time? Did you market? Did you tell the story of your brand? And usually at this stage, an artist will quit because they've spent a bunch of money on equipment and setups, and it just all crapped out. They went all in and it tanked. They didn't incrementally test. And now they have the real pressures to get a real job and all that outside noise that will drag you down. And all those people are waiting in the wings to say like, look, we told you so, or whispering to each other saying like, I can't believe he tried that. I can't believe he thought artwork was going to be a real job. That's all BS. You need to leave those people behind. And the trick here is to not go all in, make a small plan and test it. Test and scale. Find the thing that you're best at doing, start that, and test and iterate from week to week. There's a lot of good videos here on YouTube about growth hacking if you want to learn the process of. Here, I wrote it down. This is how you growth hack. Just go ahead and pause that. Take a screenshot of that. You have your ideas, your hypothesis. Maybe you're going to sell mini art prints. You've done your market research. Then you prioritize your actions. Experiment, test, launch. Minimum viable audience, minimum viable product. And then watch it week to week. It's what all the big businesses do out there, and it's what all the successful small businesses do as well. You need a plan, and you need a test. Reason number 5, you struggle to make money with your artwork, and there are way more reasons than 5, but these are just the 5 big ones. But number 5 is you can't get out of your own way. You're not willing to bend or be open-minded to new ways of doing something. Maybe there's a new path for making money with your art or skills that you're just not willing to do. Because the artist only set out to do one thing, and that's it. For me, it used to be comics, And yeah, I made some money doing that, but it's a grind. When I realized that I could make more money drawing 4-panel comics or spot illustrations than I ever did making full-blown graphic novels, it was a real eye-opener for me. I had to pivot. What do? Do you stick to your guns, or are you willing to pivot? That doesn't make you a sellout. It makes you a smart business person. In fact, I still make my own comics for myself. And while I do other things that I normally wouldn't do to bring in some income, it allows me to put that money towards the things that I want to do so that I can do more of what I love. It's not always about the money. It's totally okay if this business side or making money with your art isn't for you. Just forget about it. But someday, if you're asked to, say, draw caricatures at a fair, you might not do that. But if someone was willing to pay you $150 an hour to draw those caricatures at a fair, would you do that? Then would you take that money, save 25% for Uncle Sam, split it in half, pay yourself, the other half reinvest in the business so that you could enjoy your art and your life a lot more? Choosing the business path of making money with your art, it's a personal choice. But I want you to know that there's not a limited supply. In fact, it's almost unlimited. The only limit is really in your mindset. There's plenty enough work to go around for every artist that truly wants it. I can't do that work for you. I can only encourage you and point out these very real reasons that artists struggle to make money with their artwork. I hope this helps motivate you and maybe think a little creatively or a little bit differently about art and business. And if you like this video, check out a couple of these other videos on the screen and let me know what you think. Back to the drawing board for me.